Good morning, students. We are here today. Welcome to our class in mathematics. So today we are going to tackle about the new lessons. This is in line with our previous lessons that we had tackled yesterday. So to begin with, we have to set rules first in our class. I hope that everyone here is somehow good, no? And feeling well today. For today's lessons, we need to discuss about the measures of central tendency. Have you heard about it? So this morning we are going to tackle the measures of central tendency. Before anything else, of course, I would like each one of you to give your maximum participation, especially during our class sessions, during our question and answers. You can ask so that we can explore more on the lessons about measures of central tendency. To begin with, we are going to start with the object. But before that, we need to explore first. Now, this is somehow to enact the difficulties when you were in grade 7. Now that you are in grade 10, so hopefully that you can still recall the lessons that we have had discussed in our previous years. So, for example, the scores in geometry quizzes of our students are 2, 5, 2, 8, 3 and 5. So we are going to arrange first. This is the first step. Okay. So the first step is, of course, in order to determine the mean. No. So we need to arrange in ascending order. So we'll begin with 2, 2, 5, 5, 5, 6, and 8. Question number 1. What score frequently appears in the data? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that is correct. That is 5. So question number 2, what score appears to be in the middle? Anybody else? Yeah, that is correct. That is 5. With that questions, we are going to determine also how many students fall below the middle score. Since the middle score is 5, so how many scores below 5? Yeah, anybody? Yeah, that's correct. It's number 3. To start with, so we'll begin with the objectives of the measures of central tendency of the ungrouped data. First, we are going to define what is a measure of central tendency. It is a value that attempts to describe a set of data by identifying the central positions within the sets of data. So sometimes we consider these measures of central tendency as also the measures of central position. The math is the sum of the number of observations of the students divided by the number of observations. This is also known as the average. So that is the mean. So the mean is also sometimes called as the average. So we are going to add all the data and divide it in accordance with the number of observations. So we have here the formula. We need to make use of the formula. X bar is equal to the summation of x over n. So that is n is the number of observations, or we call it sum. For x bar is mean, and the x is the value or the score, and the summation of x is the sum of the values of its observations in a data. And n is the number of observations. We'll start with the first example. Our data points are 5 centimeters, 7 centimeters, 10 centimeters, and 18 centimeters. What is the mean? So it's very easy, no? All you have to do is to calculate. This is somehow related to your previous lessons when you are tasked to add the different data, the different numbers, and find the sum. Sum all the data, summation of x. First, you have to. It's okay if you are not going to arrange, no? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, in finding the average, it could be arranged or it could not be, no? It is related. Yeah. So first, we are going to divide it by the number of observations after getting the sum. What do you think is the mean of the data for 13, 14, 17, 23, and 19? So we have there the choices. So for A is 17, B 17.2, C is 18.2, and D is 19. So with that, of course, we'll make use of the formula again. X is the summation of x divided by the number of observations. So that is how you get the mean or the average. Now, in this case, the median is the middle data points that has been observed, no? And we are going to arrange it first in ascending order, or it could be in descending order. It's up to you. So the median divides the distributions of half. There are 50% of observations on either side of the median value. So that is what we are going to do. If odd number or the total number of observation is odd, so the median value is the middle value. If there are 5, of course, the middle is the median. If there are 6, so we need to get the middle of this 6 number of observations. So that's the third and the fourth. And then for the third and the fourth, we're going to divide it. Depends on the number given of the set of data. For the solutions, we also need to arrange first. The first step is we are going to arrange the number of the data, no, from lowest to highest with a given number of observations. So for example, we have here 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. So pick the middle value. So if you observe the number of observations is even number, the total number of observations is even, you need to get the middle numbers. So there are 2 middle numbers. We have 13 and 14. Now since we are going to get the middle number or the median, so we need to divide it by 2. So 13 plus 14 divided by 2, and that would be your median. Okay? Any question? So I hope you understand. Let's try more. What is the median for the data set 17, 23, 13, 14, and 19? So we have there the choices for A, 17, B, 17.2, C, 18.2, and D is 19. Anybody? Yeah? Yeah, that is correct. Yeah. We need to arrange first the numbers from the lowest to the highest. From the given data, so we have to arrange it. Starts with 13 and followed by 14, so on and so forth. And after that, we'll get the medians. Any question? Okay, now, if there is no question, then let's proceed to the mode. The mode of ungrouped data. This is a frequent scores where you can see almost the numbers found in the data. That is a frequent scores. A set of data that can have more than one mode. So, if all the numbers appears same number of times, there is no mode for that data. So if there is no number that is similar to the number itself, there is no mode data. For example, if the data points are 5, 7, 10, 10, 8, and 18, what is the mode? So if you observe 10 is common, so we call it, so the mode is 10. And since 10 appears twice, so we call it the unimodal. So the math quiz scores and 10 students were 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 10. Find the mode. So count the frequency of each data point. Now, if you observe, there are 2 numbers we have that appears twice. Now we have 5 and 9 occurs most frequently. So 5 and 9 are the modal. So we call it the bimodal since there are 2 numbers. Now let's proceed to the math quiz scores of 10 students where 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10. So find the mode. So if you observe, we need first again to count the frequency of each data point. And then after that, since we have found 5, 8, and 9 occurs most frequently, the 5, 8, and 9 is the mode. And of course, it appears 3 times, no, for them. We call it the trimodal. Okay? So once again, the math quiz scores of 10 students were 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9, 10. Find the mode. So count the number of each data point. So we have the 3, 5, 8, and 9 occurs most frequently, and we call it the multi or multimodal for that example. Any questions? Yeah? Now, let's proceed. More examples. So, given the set of numbers 2, 7, 5, 10, 4, find the mode. Okay, if you have observed, there is no similar term or similar numbers with a given data, so there is no mode. Another example, find the mode of the following ages of students in a culinary class. Given the data, we have 24, 18, 19, 20, 24, 21, and 22. So the answer is 24. And we call it the unimodal. Any questions? Yeah. Okay, if there's no questions then, and we're done for this today's sessions. Until tomorrow, see you again. Thank you.